Hello, how are you all? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let me just pull this back a bit. Okay, so we've got Mira, Eliza, Noha, Gabby, Monica, Alexandra, Yvette, and Amazing Fruits. Welcome. You're all automatically added to the free list, of course. Don't forget, donations do take priority. When you do a donation, it does allow you to get a lot more information in the reading. Hi, Aldonna. Yes, you're added. Let me just type that in. Just slowly getting you the list done. Okay, so if you've watched the trailer, you will have seen the questions, best type of questions to ask when you're thinking about readings. You're thinking about your own development, your own journey. So what's important to you right now? So it's, how can I improve my life? What do I need to know in regards to? What are the foundations of my relationship? So think about what's important. Now, when you think about how does someone feel about me, remember it's just their perspective. It's not necessarily the truth. And remember, people are not always going to think about you all the time. Sometimes people can be so busy, wrapped up in their own lives, they're not really thinking about you. So you want to think about things that are going to empower you on your journey. Okay, so you want to think about things that are going to improve your path, the decisions that you make. So what do I need to know in regards to such a situation? Hi, Grace, how are you? Yes, I'll add you to the list. I'm just getting there. I just wanted to sort of get that started in regards to questions, so that you can think about what type of question you want answered. You want to be empowered. You want to be in control of your journey. So how can you walk away from a situation? What do I need to know that's hidden within this relationship? What do I need to know, how I can improve this relationship? That sort of thing. Yeah, so I just want to sort of really sort of make you think about your question that you're going to ask. Okay, that's super important here. You want to remember, because you're only going to get 2 cards in a reading. You're only going to get 2 cards. If you want more than 2 cards, don't forget you can donate as little as $1, and then it's a tarot and oracle reading. Thank you. From KR Magic. Tree Life tarot cloth. So yeah, it's a lot bigger than what I've got here, but shows you anyway what they are. So yeah, so just think a little bit about your question. So let's get on to the free list that I've got here. Thanks, Grace. Thank you. Okay, so let's do the banner, because I didn't do that yet. So let's think about your questions. Mira, Eliza, Noah. Now don't forget, if you type your question in, just type it in once as well. You don't need to keep typing it in. Just once will be enough, unless I ask you again. So think about your question, think about what you want to ask, and you want to think about how you can improve your life. How can you walk away from a situation? What's hidden in the situation? What do you need to know in regards to? Why do I react this way? Are a good type of questions that you can sort of think about. So what do you need to know in regards to work? What do you need to know in regards to the relationship? What do you need to know in regards to family? So think about your question. So let's get some answers. Let's get some questions in there. So this is your list. Let's do this list here. So let's get some questions. Hi, Monica. I don't have Cash App. I'm sorry. You have to go through Ko-Fi. If you go through Ko-Fi, If you go through Ko-Fi, you have to go through the pinned link. Let's put in a link for you. Can use this one as well. Okay, Monica, have you tried this one here through Ko-Fi? I don't use Cash App. I only use the Ko-Fi, which then goes on to my, it goes through onto my PayPal. Yeah, I'm in New Zealand, so things are a little bit tricky in regards to what I can use. By the way, for those that don't know, my first name is Paula, and I'm in New Zealand, and it's now 10 o'clock. So let's get some questions from this list. Mira, Eliza, Noah, if you're here, please type in your questions. If not, it'll be Gabby, Monica, and Alexandra. So let's get your questions in here, so I can start doing some readings. Yes, Mira. Yes, please. Type your question in. That'll be great. Oh, here we are. Monica's gone through as well. So, Monica, I also need your question through. So, Mira, if you just type in your question, and then I'll do Monica's when she types in hers. So, how would my spiritual channel go after my spiritual awakening and escaping the matrix? Oh, interesting. Okay, so, Mira, the first one we have here is King of Swords. And I think it's all about your knowledge. It's all about the knowledge that comes from within you. It does feel very much about analyzing things. I think there's a lot of thinking to go into the situation here. Okay, it's very important to use the knowledge that you already have within you. So it does feel like it's going to be quite satisfactory. It does feel like there's a new beginning. It does bring out new possibilities. It does feel like things are really going to go quite well for you. But it's all about the thinking, the planning that you do in regards to your spiritual channel. What topics do you want to do? How do you choose to do this? It's all about the planning. To me, it's all about the planning is going to bring in the possibilities of new beginnings, new things going on in there. So I think it'll go quite well for you. So yeah, I do think things are going really, really well. I think things will go really well for you, but it depends on how you plan. A lot of it is about how you choose to plan, how you're going to analyze the things that you need to do it. So it's all about the planning in regards to your channel. What videos are you going to do? What's your topics? What's your subjects, and how are you going to do them? How long? What's the length of the videos? But it does bring in new possibilities here. Sounds great. Thanks, Monica. Yes, you did get the donation here. So I'm just waiting for your question, Monica. Thanks, Grace. Yeah, for a change, doing my nails. Doing my nails, indeed. Sounds good, Mira. Sounds good. Right, let's go into my Ko-Fi here and let's go through. Yeah, Ko-Fi is good for doing all those donations. So cool. I'm just waiting for. So what's he thinking and feeling? So this is a little bit more because we can. Oops, didn't mean to do that. because you're going into, let's do the romantic tarot. And let's do, oops, I'm just looking for an oracle deck to go with that one. This is Art Love Oracle. Right. What's happening for you this weekend? So what's he thinking about? So what's happening this weekend? So what's he, so we can actually do this here. So what's he thinking about the weekend? Okay, what's he thinking? What's going on? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. Now, the Vestas Art Love Oracle you can get on Make Playing Cards. It's just one of my creations that I've used with my digital art. Right, so let's have a look here. So what's going on for the weekend? What's he thinking about? Now, the first card we've got here, by the way, I'm using the Romantic Tarot. Now, the first card we've got here is the Queen of Swords. And he's looking at the truth of the situation. I do feel like there's a lot of planning going on. It's like he's trying to nurture some plans and ideas. Yeah. Yeah. Monica, I got your question. That's cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I do feel like he's going to be thinking about the truth of it. He's going to be thinking about plans. I feel like he's going to nurture some plans and ideas that he's got. I think there are some ideas and plans that he's sort of planning. I feel like he's nurturing some plans and ideas. He definitely feels like he's moving into the unknown. He is quite unsure about what's going to go on here. He's a little bit nervous. He is a little bit nervous about what's going on here. When you look at the Moon card, it can be about being afraid, but I think it's more about being a little bit nervous, moving into the unknown. So he's got some ideas about what could happen for the weekend. He is looking at what ideas, what he could be doing. But here he's got this, he is a little bit nervous about the weekend. He is very nervous about it. That's what I'm getting here. Here we've got the Queen of Wands, which is interesting here because he sees you as very sort of, I want to say dynamic, very energetic, a very sexual type of energy. So I think he's thinking about, of course, being with you physically. You know, he is nervous. He is nervous about the whole thing, but he is hoping for maybe a little bit more about what's going on here. And we've got the Knight of Cups. So he's thinking about romance. So that's why I get this here. He's trying to think about things being a little bit romantic, a little bit like he's moving into something a little bit more. So yes, he's nervous about the weekend, but he is hoping for, he's trying to make some plans and ideas about what could happen. I feel like his mind's racing a little bit about the whole thing. So that's why I get a little bit about nervousness going on here. He's quite nervous, but yet he's hoping for a little bit more. He's hoping for a little bit of romance, a little bit of extra activity. So let's see what we get here. That's interesting here. Love makes life spin. So it does feel like there's going to be, there is a strong connection between, I think there's going to be a bit of a connection with you guys. And I do feel like it's going to be quite intense in many ways. So I think it's going to be very positive. So don't let yourself get all wound up about it all. I think it's going to be quite positive here. I think he's just as nervous as you are about the weekend, or excited about the weekend, very nervous about it. But I do feel like things are going to turn out great. Okay, Monica. So I hope that sort of helps, gives you a little bit of extra information, just sort of gets you to sort of realize just that it's, I think things are going to be quite all right. He is looking for, or hoping for something more. That's up to you, of course. but I do feel like things are going to go well. Thanks, Grace, for that. That's greatly appreciated. Grace is always around. Just gonna do that job there. Right, so let's have a look. So we've done all the donations. Okay, so we've done the donations. So we'll go back to the free list. So I'm waiting for questions from Eliza, Noah, oh, you're welcome. You're always around. So it's quite nice to have sort of the moderators that can sort of tell people what's going on. Don't forget to remind them donations, give them a little bit more. You can sort of give a little bit, you know, share a little bit of information. What's going on? Right. So who have got lists? So Myra done. Eliza, Noah, Gabby, Monica's been done with her donation. So thank you very much, Monica. Muchly appreciated as it goes back into the thing. Now, don't forget, Monica, you will get previews and things like that. They will get some little bit of extra bits and pieces being donating for the month. So you will get some little extra bits and pieces as well. So Alexandra, Yvette, Amazing Fruits, Aldonna, and Grace. And then I'm going to add Kitty to that list as well. Kitty, you're on the list. So I just need some questions coming through, guys. You're welcome, Monica. You're welcome. I know things can be a bit slow with the chat. So, yeah. So don't forget, please type in your question and type your question in once. And I'll just do the questions as they come up. So don't forget, if you are on the list, yes, Crystal, you are added. You'll be added in after Kitty. So I may not do I'll just do them as the questions come up, but everyone will get a reading in the hour. Okay, so everyone does get a free reading. Don't forget, if you do donate, it does help the channel. It does help put things back into the channel. So it does help my time and things like that. So cool. So I'll go through and do, so I'll do Noah next and then Amazing Fruits. Cool. Will my finances improve? Right. So let's do the Field Tarot. Will my finances improve? Oh, okay, firstly, there needs to be a lot of changes, transformations to your finances. So you need to make sure that you look at what you're budgeting. I feel like there's a lot that you need to transform, you need to change in regards to your finances. Things about putting things aside, finding a sense of balance. You also need to look at the consequences of any actions you've taken in regards to your finances as well. So you're thinking about your money, how you can improve them, how can your finances improve. And it's all about making the changes that you need to do. You need to look at what changes are important in regards to your finances. Thanks, Noah. You just need to type your question in once. That's cool. Thank you. Just type your question in once, please. Okay, so make the changes that you actually need to do. Is all about trying to find a sense of balance, looking at what your income and outcome is, how you can put a little bit aside each week or each month, depending on how often you're paid, fortnightly, whatever you are paid. So that's very important, and that's going to build your finances up. So it tells me as long as you take action, your finances will improve, is basic with the Justice card here. As long as you take action, your finances will improve. It's all about making the changes that you need to do. Okay, firstly, here is Noah, right? And then I'm going to do amazing fruits. Okay, and Eliza as well. Eliza's got a question. Okay, I want to ask why I'm getting nowhere in this relationship despite all the signs. Oh, interesting. So let's do the crystal power tarot. Okay, crystal power tarot. Why am I getting nowhere? What's happening within these relationships? I want to ask, why am I getting nowhere in this? So what's going on? What's the foundation of the relationship? What's going on? Why is there doesn't seem to be any movement forward with this relationship? What's going on here? Oops. Okay, the first card we have here is the Emperor. It's asking that you make empowered choices. Okay, I think it's very much about looking at you being in control of the situation. So you've looked at the relationship, and despite all the signs that seem to be going on, it feels like the relationship's not going where. So maybe you need to take control. Take control of what's going on. Maybe you need to communicate. Ask some questions here. It's interesting here. We get the Four of Cups, which to me is very much about maybe you're missing out on an opportunity. Maybe it's staring at you in the face. Feels like there's something like you're missing a missing part of the puzzle. You're missing part of the picture. Don't look at the signs. Okay, it's time to look at the actions. The actions of the other person here. It's time to look at the actions and the words of the other person. Look at what's actually going on. I feel like you're missing the bigger picture. You're missing what's going on. It's time for you to sort of start taking control. It's like you need to communicate about what you want. You need to, yeah, I just keep thinking about like communication, like you need to sort of take control of where you're going and what you're doing. I do feel like there's a sense of missing the bigger picture. I think there's more to the story than meets the eye, put it that way. There's more to the story than meets the eye. I feel like you need to look at the words and the actions of the other person. What are they actually doing? What are they saying to you? And what are they doing? I think that's something that you need to sort of think about, Noah. So I think there's more to the story. There's more to it with the Four of things. So I feel like you're getting nowhere because you're not, there's something you're missing. It's something you're not quite seeing. And it could be to do with the action of the other person. So it's time for you to start taking control of your life. Start looking at the choices that you're making. Something to think about here. So it feels like you're getting nowhere in the relationship. It might be it's time to look at the bigger picture. Ooh. Okay, Patricia, we've got a so just waiting for the question. Be really cool. I'm just going to do amazing fruits next. And I'm going to use Oceanic. Oops. You're welcome, Noah. You're welcome. What's coming next in the relationship with Amos? What's happening? What's coming next in the relationship? Okay, the first thing, going to be some challenges. It's definitely going to be some challenges in the relationship. I think there's a lot about what are you focusing on in the relationship. What are you focusing on? There does seem to be a lot of doubt. It feels like you're focusing on what could happen instead of what is happening here. It's about looking at the sense of what's weighing you down. What's weighing you down within the situation here. So I think there's something that's going to be quite heavy. It does feel like there's going to be some real challenges here, because it's all about what are you focusing on within the relationship. What are you focusing on in regards to this situation? What's weighing you down? What's heavy on your mind here? What's your emotional focus? So you can focus on being in the moment, or you're focusing too much on what could be or what was. Maybe it's about being in the moment. Yeah. Right. So got Patricia here. So I'm just waiting for that question to come through. Okay, decent. Okay, cool. Brilliant. So I'm just waiting for some questions to come through. I know things are a bit slow, so I'm waiting for whoever that is. Patricia, thank you very much for your donation. So I'm just waiting for your question. And while I wait for that question, Patricia, I will you have to remember his feelings is just his perspective. Let's do the Moon Baby Tarot in this one. Oh, hello. Right, I'll do your reading next. So just do Aldonna's and then I'll do pretty quickly current feelings towards you. Well, talks about new beginnings. So he's hoping for new beginnings. There's new love. Does feel like his feelings are developing, and it feels like there's a lot of giving. So I think you're just about taking a breath. Okay, so I do feel like there's a positive energy towards you. It's definitely a love and a lot of giving. Okay, unconditional love here. So there's a lot of love, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions there. Right, Patricia. Yeah, I do feel like he's got a lot of feelings towards you. What I think there. Okay, so how does it look? Okay. So you want to know how's it looking for your business. You've got a client named Sun. Will he continue to be so how can he continue to be your client? Now let's do, just trying to decide what deck I'm going to do, what energy. Okay, let's do steampunk. Whoops. Sorry, I just got to grab. I'm going to use steampunk linen mind. And here. Right, so let's have a look. What's going on here with your business side of things? So let's have a look at this one here first. I think a lot of it is about trusting your intuition, looking at the knowledge that you've gained from the past, your experiences here. And I think this definitely feels like he's going to hold on to it. I think he'll very much continue, you know, as long as you use your experiences and what you've developed, I really believe that he's going to continue to be your client. Definitely feel like there's a, he's holding on to it. So I do feel like there is, depending on how you choose to use your knowledge, your experiences, to continue giving good customer service, good service, he'll continue to be your client. He'll definitely continue that part of the journey here. So yeah, definitely feel like, yes, he'll continue. Okay, so how does it look for the business? Let's look at this one here, this part of the question here, because I do believe that he's going to continue to be a client. As long as you continue to use your experiences, your knowledge, and give good customer service there. Okay, so next we're looking at how does it look for your business? Okay, there is going to be some shake-ups. There is going to be some challenges, okay? And I know everyone gets scared when they see the Tower card here. But it can remind us to have a sense of understanding, enlightenment. It can force us to break down any barriers or things that we have within ourselves, and allowing us to build the future we want, build the path that we want to go in here. You're going to find yourself at a lot of crossroads. I think there's going to be a lot of decisions to be made in your business. There's a lot of things that you need to think about within your business. A lot of ideas and plans that need to be put into place here, allowing you a sense of moving quite quickly. Things could get a little intense with the, I think there'd be a lot of passion, a lot of creativity within your business aspect as well. So I think it's a lot about, I think it's a lot about just having this understanding that you can build the path you want. You're going to be made, you know, you've got a lot of decisions to make, a lot of choices, a lot of things you've got to think about here. And things are going to can move quite quickly, can be quite intense in the situation here. I do feel like there's a lot of analyzing, a lot of thinking about the situation, a lot of the truth, the ideas, the plans that need to be put into action. Yeah, oops, sorry, I'm getting gets a bit spread out. So I think overall, your business can do really well, but it's all about the action that you choose to take. I know there's going to be a lot of challenges in the business. It's all about that commitment, that hard work to be able to achieve that possibility here. So let's have a look in regards to business. So what I'm going to do is bring out, let's shuffle, and let's focus on the fish. Okay, fish. Okay, fish. So, look. Okay, fish. Okay, I think your business is going to do really, really well. I think with your hard work, determination, your focus here, I really believe with the sun shining on the situation, I think things are going to go really well. And with the bouquet and the flower, it talks about growth and expansion. So I think work's going to go really, really well. It's all about your commitment, your ability to handle decisions and that need to be made, being able to understand when things have been a bit shaken up, that things are a bit wobbly, that you can overcome that challenge. It's all about being able to overcome that challenge. So yes, I believe that sun's going to continue to be your client, all about how you choose to use your knowledge and your experience. in regards to that. I really think your business is going to do really, really well. I do think there's a lot of growth and expansion with your business, but it's all about how you choose to deal with the challenges, the shakeups, and having that leap of faith in yourself as well is super important. So that's going to be a really important part of your journey here, Patricia, is being able to look at the challenges that are going to come up and how you choose to deal with them. I think that's going to make a big difference. But your business can be successful, but it's all about those choices, those decisions, and the analyzing, making sure you think about things very carefully before you take action. Think before you take action is super important here. So I think that's a lot of information that'll help you move through into a very successful business. But it's all about what you choose to do and get through the challenges, because there is going to be challenges. There. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. I love using Lenormand with tarot. It does give you a little bit more information there. Right. So how are we doing for the free list? Don't forget, hi old soul. Yes, you'll be added. No worries. Okay, so let's continue with this list. Okay, so who haven't I done? Right. Okay, so Alexandra, have you put in a... Now, Gabby, did I... So if you're on the list here and you haven't typed in your question, can you please type in your question now, please? If you're on this list and you haven't typed in your question, can you please type in your question now, please? And then the next list is, right, let me have a look at the next list. Okay, the next list. Let me do this. Okay. So right, so this is the next list that I'll do. So I'm just doing those that are on the list, this current list first. So Grace. So I'm doing this first list. So if you're on the first list, please type in your question. And then I'll do the next list after that. So Grace. So what's going on here, Grace? Let's have a look. Let's use the Four Hucks of Tarot. Whoa! Just drop that. Don't do that. Let me do the Four Hucks of Tarot. Right. What's going on here with this foundation? What's happening with the reconciliation? What's the energy? Yep, that's all right, Kitty. No worries. You've typed your question in, no problem. And Crystal. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone from the first list is still here and is still typed in their question. And tiara, yes, you can be added after old soul. You're welcome, Grace. You're welcome. Let's have a look and see what I can see for you here. What's happening with this foundation? What's the foundation of this reconciliation or this relationship here? Okay, so I'm getting this one here. Now, the first card we have here is the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot does talk about victory and success. So it does talk about you guys being together. Okay, it does talk about achieving what you want. Okay, it does talk about achieving what you want. Okay, but you've got to think about things, contemplate. There's a lot of contemplation going on here. There's a lot of thinking about things. Just because someone reconciliates, let's have a look. What do we get? Ace of Fire. Okay, it tells me that with the reconciliation, there's going to be a breakthrough. There's going to be an understanding. I don't think things are going to go quite the way you want them to here, is what I'm sort of getting with this energy. I'm getting a sense that you're going to get a little bit of an understanding of it. Yes, there could be a sense of things sort of coming back together, but I do feel like it's going to give you another understanding. So I feel like things might not be what you expect them to be. Yes, you'll get that sense of being in the right direction. Everything's moving the way you want it. But I think it's going to give you a breakthrough and understanding of something else. So I do feel like you're moving, you know, like you'll feel like you're moving in the right direction. Everything's going in the way that you want it to. But I think it's going to give you new understanding. I don't think it's going to get quite the way you want it to. But anyway, we'll just when you get the reconciliation, when you feel like everything's sort of moving in the right direction, it's going to give you some understanding. So just be aware, be open. Feels like a sense of open to the message. Right, let's have a look. I'm still waiting to see. Eudora, yes, you can be added after Tiara. So let me see. I haven't heard from anyone else from, let me just get this list again. So anyone on this list still needs to type in a question. Okay. So anyone on the list still to type in a question. In the meantime, I will do these three, and then I'll do Tiara and then Eudora. Oh, time's nearly running out. Right. Oh, Alexandra, I need your question, please. I do need a question. So please type in your question, Alexandra. Yes, please. So what can Spirit tell me about the Scorpio I'm dealing with? What's coming in? Okay, so what's going on here? Let's do the okay, let's do the Starman Tarot here. Okay, yeah. Cool. Okay, what can Spirit tell me about the Scorpio I'm dealing with? Okay, firstly, it's interesting. The two cards popped out. First, you've got Ten of Cups, which talks about things coming together, happy, everything feels like it's content. And then you've got the Five of Wands, which brings about battles and conflicts. So you're asking about dealing with your old school friend. It will feel like a reconciliation. It feel like everything's sort of coming back together. But in regards to love and love relationship, there are going to be some challenges. There are going to be some battles. Okay, there are going to be some challenges. So you're going to have to do some, you're going to have to, you know, how do you deal with those challenges is going to make a big difference. Thanks, Alexandra. Yep, I can see your question. I will do that next. Thank you. Okay, so really important here to look at, yes, everything's going to be, you know, you're going to have that reconciliation, everything's going to be really, really good, but there are going to be some conflicts and some challenges in regards to your love relationship. It's all about how you choose to deal with this conflict as well. That's going to make a big difference as well. How do you choose to deal with the conflict? The challenges. Alexandra. Okay, Alexandra did this. Okay, is there sexual compatibility? Okay, what's going on here? No, I'm sorry, Kitty. Okay, the card that popped out was Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords about things being final, things ending. And you asked about sexual compatibility. So it talks about something ending, something needs to finish. And then there'll be, that's why it talks about battles, conflicts, and things like that. And then there's that sense of victory, success, triumph in the moment, success, victory in the moment, but yet to be maintained. So it does feel like things are going to be short-lived, like success. When I look at these two cards together, I get a sense of victory being short-lived in a way, that something needs to end the sexual compatibility. So it may be a sense of no, because you asked the question, would John have sexual compatibility with you? And there is a sense of no, that things are ending, that things are final. And that's going to allow you to have maybe your own victory, your own success. No worries, Crystal, no worries. With your question, you can always come back and have a look at the video later too. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and do everyone that's here, do your questions. I'm just going to put the ending soon. It just means that we're wrapping up. We're doing everyone's crystals. Cool. Okay, so Alexandra, we've done that there. Next question. So let me have a look here. What have I done? Crystal. Rashima, if you get your question in quickly, depending on how much time I've got, I'm just trying to get these done as what I can. What's your Sagittarius crush? I feel like some feelings were gained after seeing him on Sunday. Right, let's do yeah, deck of heroes. What's your Sagittarius crush feeling? Okay, so what's going on here? What's happening with this relationship here? So you want to know what's going on with this relationship. Whoa. Okay. So that sort of landed on me. And that one. I actually got a third card for you. So first one here. What have we got? Four of Cups. Okay, I do feel like he's he's not quite seeing the bigger picture here. I feel like he's a little bit wound up in his own emotions here. feel like he's doing a lot of juggling. He's doing a lot of working out what his priorities are. So he's doing a lot of I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on here. He's got a lot of trying to find a sense of foundation within himself, trying to find a sense of balance in some way. And here we've got the 7 of Cups. So he's looking at all his options. I feel like there's a sense of unsure. He's unsure about what to do next. I think he's doing a lot of thinking. He's doing a lot of weighing up of stuff. I don't, there could be a sense of missing out on the bigger picture, not quite seeing what outside of himself. He's a little bit wound up in himself. Okay, so he's trying to look at all his options. He's trying to look at what's possible. Crystal. Yes, Eudora, can you post now? If everyone can just post their question once, that'll be great, and then I can just scroll through. So Crystal, I do feel like he's just unsure about what to do next. I think there's a little bit of unsure about his things. He's trying to work things out. Feels like he's juggling a lot of stuff going on. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, and he's trying to juggle some stuff, work out what his priorities are. He's looking at all his options, what's available to him. With the 7 of Cups is all about options, all about looking at the different possibilities of where he could go, what could happen, etc., etc. So I think there's a little bit of unsure about what to do next. Okay. I just feel like he's doing a lot of thinking. Crystal, right. So let's have a look. Old soul. And then I'll see what questions have come up. So if everyone who is here and has not had a question answered, can you please make sure your questions in chat, and I'll just go through them. Okay, Meraki Tarot. Let's have a look. What's your connection with Aries heading? Oh, it's interesting. 10 of Swords. Ending. Disappointment. And you've got the Tower. So you've got the 10 of Swords and the Tower in this situation. So it does feel like things are ending. And it's about, things are a little bit disappointing. Things are not quite working out. You've got a little bit of shaken up, like your world's turned upside down. So it does feel like there is a old soul. It does feel like there's a lot of stuff that's finishing, that's final in regards to this connection with Aries. So it could be short-lived, and there could be some disappointments and things like, it does feel like something's ending and your world's turned upside down. So how are you going to rebuild your path? How are you going to have a leap of faith in yourself? What understanding have you gathered from the situation that's going on here? But it does talk about things ending, but bringing in a new beginning. Things end, things are final, so something new can come in. So it might feel like your world's turned upside down, but you can build the life that you want. So yeah, I do feel like you've got some challenges coming up here. Feels a little heavy. Feel like you got some work. Okay, just make sure you questions in once, and you will just go through. Just one question. So let me have a look here. So next on the list was Tiara, Eudora, Kriti, Tiara, So is there a proposal waiting? So what's going on here? Okay, the two cards that popped out. The word I got here was slow down. Slow down. Rushing into thoughts and ideas here. You're rushing into stuff here. I feel like it's very much about reflecting on the moment. It's about being in the now. It's about allowing yourself this, I just get a sense of slowing down. You know, look at what you know, why do you it's basically, why do you want him to propose? Slow down. Or maybe we need to look at something a bit more in depth, old soul. Maybe you just need to okay, so Tiara, I just feel like you need to slow down, take a minute, take a breath, and be in the now, be in the moment. So that's what I'm saying here, is just slow down, take a breath, and be in the now, be in the moment, enjoy the relationship. Okay, so what am I getting? Retracted. So what? Oh, okay. So let me see. Hi, Ashley. Right. How would it pan out if I told F about D? Right. Okay, gotcha. Doesn't show up on the thing here. Right. Well, then you've got some healing to do, old soul. Old soul, you might have to have some healing that you might need done. You might need to, there might be some healing that you need doing. You know, how can you move through this process so you're not afraid? How can you gain the confidence? What do you need to know to gain the confidence to move forward? Stories. Yep, Kriti, you're at it. I've got your question, so I'm going to do it shortly. Kriti, you're next. After Edora. But F tells D about my personal life, and now D wants to muscle in on my partner. So what's going on here? Oh, okay. Firstly, we get the Two of Pentacles, and straight away the lightning, sort of the storm went on. Okay, it's a storm. You've got to work out your priorities. It does feel like there's a bit of a storm, and you've got to work out your, what's important to your journey. What are you juggling here with the hope? You've got this hope here, but it doesn't always necessarily mean that it's good for you, that it feels very stormy. It does feel it's interesting that came up. Well, you've got a lot of deep thinking to do. You do have a lot of analyzing to do here. It's about being able to be firm, be aggressive, be a little bit assertive. I think you need boundaries. Boundaries is really important here. I think you've got to decide for yourself what's right and what's wrong. How do you deserve to be treated? I think you've got a lot of being a little bit assertive here, standing up for your rights. I just want to see, yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot about you standing up for your rights, to find your own happiness, to find your sense of wholeness within yourself. I think this is more about you. And this is the wish being fulfilled, the whole having this sense of happiness and joy within yourself. So really, it's about you deciding. You've got this stormy situation that's going on at the moment. So you've got some deep thinking to do. You've got to analyze, look at the truth of the situation, look at the facts, analyze everything, the pros and cons, and be able to I feel like there's a sense of like creating or making plans to allow you to have a sense of wholeness within yourself. So you've got to see whether it's good for you or not. It's creating a lot of storms. And is the storm really good for you? Is it really good energy to have that? Or would you prefer a sense of wholeness, a sense of happiness and joy, peace, contentment, satisfaction, a sense of wholeness within yourself? And I just don't feel like you're getting that with this this triangle. So I think it's really about you deciding for yourself. I think it's about you looking at your own individual thoughts and ideas, plans. With moving forward on your journey. Yeah. Right. So, Ashley, if you've typed in your question, I can do it for you. I know I've got Chrissy's up here. So if I've missed anyone. Oh, Rashima. Sorry, Rashima, I missed you as well. So I'll do that as well. Let me just do Chrissy's one here. That one's there, Rashima. So, Rashima, you've typed in your question. I didn't do your one either, so I owe you that. Oh, yeah. So, Rashima, I'll do you next. Will you be successful in the upcoming year? Right, okay. Let's do the Tarot of the Divine. Positive changes coming towards you. 10 of Coins. It says wealth. It says there's an abundance. So it tells us there's a positive stuff coming. positive. There's a lot of reflection going on here. Does feel like things feel like they're all coming together, that things are going to be a little bit more positive. There's going to be a wealth and abundance. But you have to think carefully about what you truly want. Just because you feel like things are coming in, that there's going to be communication between you, that things are going to be this wealth of abundance, you have to think about whether it's really good for you or not. So it does talk about wealth and abundance. It does feel like things are sort of coming together, that things are sort of got the sense of completeness about the situation. It feels complete, but yet it's got to be maintained. So you've got to think about what you truly want. Think about what you truly want in this relationship. Right, Rashima. I think that might be about it. I don't know if I've missed anyone or anyone's still here that I haven't done a reading for. Can you please make sure you've typed in your question, please? Oh, Ashley. So if anyone's still here, can you please make sure you type in your question, please? We'll do the Lord of the Ring. No, independent cats. Cats rule the earth. So if there's any questions that need answering, can they please be put in now, please? If there's any donations going through, they can be done now, because I will be finishing up. So will I be successful in the upcoming year? Let's have a look. Ashima. The success. Fortune. Okay. Does talk about life's ups and downs, but overall it feels really good. It's all about looking at the, interesting, I get the word cycles in here with the moon. Very important here. The High Priestess also looks about your knowledge, the knowledge that you've gained from your experiences. So yes, you can be successful, but it's all about acceptance of life's ups and downs, knowing that you will get some challenges. There will be some challenges, but overall it will be a good year for you coming up. 2023 will be a good year for you overall, even though there will be some challenges. There may be some things that you might be afraid to face, or a sense of secrets or knowledge, secrets that could be revealed that you could be dealing with in here. I'm getting a lot about using your intuition, your development within yourself as well in that. But I do feel like overall it's going to be a good year for you. You'll have a good year, even though there will be some ups and downs. There'll be some challenges for sure. So I don't know if there's any more questions or anything else coming in. Whew. So Ashley, I don't know if you've got a question here. I'm just waiting for you. So if you have arrived and you've typed in your question, please. Thank you to those who supported the channel, who've been here for the last hour. Empress, if you can ask, yes, the last question. So if anyone's here who has not had a question answered, can you please make sure your question's typed in, please? I'm supposed to be finishing up. 2 more minutes, just couple more minutes, and then the list is closed. So Empress, just waiting for you. Let me do last reading. Right, I want to know how Sagittarius perceives you. Okay, let's do Lord of the Rings. Yep, I've seen your question. If you've typed it in once, that's all you need to do. It's not going to get your question done any quicker. Okay, you want to know how Sagittarius actually perceives you. You've got the Sun flew out. Sun card. So it talks about happiness. Feels very positive energy. And yet feel like they've got a lot of choices yet to make. Okay, with the 7 of Cups or 7 of Vessels, whatever you like to call them, it's very much about the sense of, yes, happiness, positive, feels very good, but they still feel like they've got a lot of choices to make. They've got a lot of options ahead of them. There's a lot of things that they need to think about before taking that emotional path. So there is definitely feels like they think of you in a positive way. Things feels very happy, feels joyful, peaceful. That energy, that really sort of sunshine sort of energy here. But yet they know they've got a lot of choices and things to make. There's a lot of decisions yet to make about whatever it is that's going on here. Okay, last one. Okay, you want to know what's going on here with a relationship. What's happening here? You know, are you in a relation? You're obviously not in a relationship. You just want to know what's going on. So let's have a look and see what the angel tarot's got. Let's see what the angel's got here. So you basically, what's happening for you in regards to to marriage, to a future husband, a marriage. Okay, what's happening? These yes and no questions are not that great for tarot. You're better to sort of ask a little bit more information. But what's going to happen? Basically, you've got Knight of Swords. Don't rush into it. It feels like you're rushing, like you're in a deadline. It's like you're expecting a deadline. You're expecting everything to happen right now. Or, you know, you're expecting to meet your future husband right now. It feels like you're rushing into something, like you've got a deadline for something. Tells you you've got a lot to learn and discover yet. So no, you're not going to meet your future husband. Okay, you're not going to meet your future husband. It's not someone you know. It doesn't feel like you're happening here. You've got a lot yet to learn and discover yet. Okay, tells me you're rushing into something. You're rushing into something here, and you have got a lot to learn and discover. You got a lot to discover yet, a lot to learn about relationships and things like that, a lot to learn. And so no. Okay, slow down. Don't be in such a hurry. Be in the moment. Be in the moment. Feel like you're rushing around trying to find this future without actually meeting. You know, there's some challenges. There's some people that you're going to meet along the way, and they're going to teach you a lot to learn, and a lot to discover. So no. Slow down. Okay. So that's it. Ashley, I thought you were going to type in a question, but I haven't seen it yet. So, Ashley, I was waiting for your question. I'm not quite sure what happened there. So I'm just going to finish off with pick a pile. Let's do Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I'm just going to finish off with this. Yeah. So let's have a look. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Alice in Wonderland. Let's have a look. Oh, Rashima. Sorry. Didn't I do your... Yeah, Rashima, I did your question. Yep, Rashima, I did yours. It's all right. Take care, Rashima. 1, 2, or 3. That's it. That's the end of my day. So let's have a look here. What are we getting here? So choose a pile, 1, 2, or 3. Pile 1 talks about you could be dealing with some legalities. Maybe there's a sense of looking at a sense of equilibrium, trying to find a sense of balance with everything that's going on here. It's all about, could be to do with the past, with the being a little bit nostalgic. And be careful, there are some things that may not be good for you. Here you've got do not drink poison, do not do things you know are bad for you. So I think it's very important that maybe you're tied to the past of what's actually not good for you. So now it's time for you to actually feel like, look at the consequences of the actions that you've taken. So maybe something wasn't that good for you, and it's now time to really reflect on that. Secondly, here we've got pile 2 talks about moving forward. Feels like things are moving forward quite quickly with a little bit of passion. It brings us new beginnings because you're unique. It's all about acknowledging yourself. It's about self-love, self-care. In many ways, you're rare and free. There are not many like you. So it's about understanding who you are, acknowledging who you are, and knowing that things bring a sense of new beginnings, new love to your life as things move quite quickly in your life. Things seem to move quite quickly once you acknowledge a little bit of self-love here. So here you've got the sense of perseverance, to keep going in many ways. It's time for you to sort of keep going. Don't give up. It's a bit of an understanding, a breakthrough, moving forward on your life as you allow yourself to sort of shine brightly. You know, if you're allowing yourself to acknowledge who you are, allow your inner light to shine through, being authentic, being having integrity within yourself, allowing your true light to shine through, allows you to sort of move forward with the sense of perseverance, a sense of sort of keep going, don't give up sort of attitude. So there you are, piles 1, 2, and 3. So that's it from me. Okay, I've been on for over an hour now. I've done this. So that's it for me for today. Take care. Don't forget to join us in a couple of days. You can use the link down below for, you can use this link for a private reading, to book a private reading now. It's time for me to finish up. You can use the link to also prepay for a for the lives. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me for today. Don't forget to check out the links down below.